Real estate license exams for dummies. Part 4. A house is made up of lots of paper, legal and physical issues. Chapter 11. Contracts 101. Review questions and answers. No one expects you to be an attorney, so the exam questions on contracts are going to be pretty basic. Definitions and difference between two similar things, unilateral and bilateral, for an example, and the applicability of a contract express or implied are the types of questions that you can expect to see on the exam. Question number 1. A real estate sales contract must be in writing because of the law. A. Uniform Commercial Code. B. Statutes of Frauds. C. RESPA. D. SARA. Correct answer is B. Statute of Frauds. The Statute of Frauds requires that real estate contracts be in writing. The Uniform Commercial Code deals with personal property. Question number 2. A contract that depends on the actions of the parties as evidence of an agreement is referred to as A. Unilateral. B. Bilateral. C. Implied. D. Expressed. Correct answer is C. Implied. A contract that depends on the actions of a party can be unilateral or even bilateral. Express is the opposite of implied. Question number 3. An option is an example of what kind of contract? A. Implied and bilateral. B. Implied and unilateral. C. Expressed and bilateral. D. Expressed and unilateral. Correct answer is D. Expressed and unilateral. An option has to be expressed so that both parties understand these contract obligations. Options are unilateral because the obligations to act falls on only one party. Question number 4. A contract to do something illegal is A. Voidable. B. Void. C. Invalid. D. Exclusionary. Correct answer is B. Void. A contract must have all the required elements to be valid, and one of the elements is that the things that you're contracted to do is legal. Question number 5. What kind of title do buyers have when they sign an installment sales contract? A. Exclusionary. B. Implied. C. Full. D. Equitable. Correct answer is D. Equitable. No such thing as exclusionary or implied title exists. Full title also is not really a legal term. Equitable title is what you get when you're in exclusionary stages of the contract. Question number 6. The best word to describe a situation in which someone takes over a contractual obligation of another in the contract is A. Novigation. B. Assignment. C. Voidable. D. Unenforceable. Correct answer is assignment. If you missed it, a subtlety in the question is the term someone. A novification occurs when a new contract is written, which means both parties agree to the new contract. An assignment occurs when the third party takes over the obligations of one of the parties. Question number 7. A buyer who buys a house only if it passes inspection has what kind of clause placed in the contract? A. An avoidance clause. B. An equitable title clause. A C. A sell on demand clause. Or D. Contingency clause. Correct answer is D. Contingency clause. Any specific actions that is included in the contract that must be completed for a contract to be valid is called a contingency. Question number 8. A minor change to the real estate contract generally is handled by A. An assignment, B. Notification, C. Initialing the change, D. Verbal agreement. Correct answer is C. Initialing the change. Minor changes generally can be accomplished by writing them in the contract and having each party initial them. Notification is used when changes are significant and require a new contract. An assignment means someone else is taking over the contract obligations. Changes must always be in writing. Question number 9. You sign a contract to buy a house that the seller now refuses to sell you. You still want the house. What do? A. Sue for monetary damages. B. Sue for rescission. C. Sue for completion. Or D. Sue for specific performance. Correct answer is D. Sue for specific performance. A successful suit for specific performance requires the seller to sell the house to you. Completion is not the correct term to force a sell. The other answers don't work because they don't get you the house. Question number 10. If a buyer refuses to go ahead with the purchase of a property for which he has signed a contract, what usually happens to the earnest money? A. It is returned to the buyer. B. It is kept by the seller. C. It is kept by the seller less the broker's commission. D. It is held by the title company. Correct answer is B. It is kept by the seller. The seller is usually entitled to keep the earnest money. This is the considerate forfeit of the contract. No broker's commission is deducted because the broker didn't produce a willing buyer. And that was part 4. A house is made of a lot of paper, legal and physical issues. Chapter 11, Contracts 101, questions and answers. Thank you.